Okay, short talk on the job site with an old guy. Just going to give you a little heads up on what I've been working on the last few days, just if you care. Started over here. This is the kitchen, and it's hard to see because the light's poor in this area. Anyway, it wasn't much. I just extended these lines, took the angle stops off. We had to cut this drain that goes to an exterior drain. It's difficult to see through that sheet metal. The coppers that were run out were just a mess, and the way that this silcock, which you can't see, but there's a silcock outdoors right here, you're looking at the back, that there's a riser and that looks out so you can connect your garden hose, and that thing was out of the wall and stuff. I don't know who plumbed this originally. This vent is back graded. There's some pretty bad work in here, and trying to get this thing straightened out, get the hairballs kind of cured and stuff, and just had to re-insulate everything with Armor Flex and all that good stuff. And I'm just doing a little walkthrough video here. And we started in here where this patch is. There used to be a water heater right here. This wall was common, and so that wall's going away. The water heater is going to relocate to this wall, but it's going to turn into a tankless. That's why we got backing up here. That's a bypass for a future softener. Softener bypass used to be just hanging out of the wall over here. So we're setting it up. We got a drain stub out on this culprit right wherever I went. Right here, that's going to be waste for the regen on the softener. I'm still going to have to hang a flue. We had to rerun the vent overhead. That was lots of fun. Set a new washer box. We're going to go around the corner. All this happened this week, and got a noisy fan here. I'm going to turn it off for a minute. This bathroom is going to stay more or less the same, except I think it's a bad idea. These double lavs are going away. What? And they're going to have a lav that backs up right underneath this electrical outlet here. A little dinky cabinet. It's like, it sounds like a terrible idea. And I don't know what she's thinking, but I wouldn't do it that way. But at any rate, the short version being, what has to happen now is we need to relocate a drain into this wall to make up for the lav. We're going to have to bring in new water supplies down there. That stuff is coming from over here. And the carpenter came in, knocked a couple of vertical studs out. I hope that's not a load-bearing wall. And they're going to have to stack one in about here and rebuild, because they want to have a door going into the bathroom from here. What? And so it sounds like it's going to be a real crazy busy, tight application. I'm going to have to pin that together with a no-hub because we don't have any rise on that 3-inch to work with, and make it happen. And all that copper down there has to be remanifolded or butchered out or something. We'll deal with it later. Had to do a new T&P, pop that rascal out. We just followed the old holes. Boom, boom. Got T&P out to atmosphere there. And then I'm looking at the gas system on this, and I'm thinking to myself, this is a bad idea. I need to talk to the boss and see what he had in mind, but as is right now, the situation is going to be, we're putting in a new Rinnai, and Rinnai's, when they're calling for heat on main sequence, it's like 160,000 BTUs. I sized the thing on my gas chart today out of the code book, and I went, what? So I'm looking at this thing, and it's like, this is crazy. I have no idea what we're thinking here, but the short version is gas makes up here, coming off of that meter over there. So we've got a 60-foot yard line at least. These guys are shooting up a 3/4. That's everything overhead. And I'm thinking the boss wanted me to tackle this off of that. So it's like way undersized. I mean, way undersized. And I thought, and then there's a pool heater. Get this, a pool heater of all things. That's like 300,000 plus BTUs. That was the original feed. I want to show you this. This is where we came out. I had to dig up these lines and convert this junk to PEX. We re-insulated. We haven't got around to backfilling yet, and maybe I'll get my young guy Marty doing that in a little while. And there's nothing to work on back here except, look at this. I mean, I'm thinking, what? This is in the 120-foot range, calling out 325K or better on the input. Look at this. The pool heater kind of disappeared, I think. I don't know where it went. But that was the old feed right there, that same 3/4 that you saw. I walked it, and by the time you get here, you're 120 foot plus. And I thought, what? So it was never sized properly, and it's not even close to sized properly. So I talked with the lady about it. I didn't tell her much of anything other than I need to talk with the boss. We had to poke a couple of new PEX tube stubs out there. This whole thing is going away. She's getting a new countertop or something out here. I don't know what that's going to look like. But she does want drain provisions and water provisions so she can hook up her stuff. And, yeah, this is kind of a messy remodel. Got a lot of issues here. When you walk the roof up there, that 3/4 is also feeding 2 other branches to I don't know what. There's a furnace somewhere on the other side of the house. I couldn't find it. And a range cooktop. And then they got another furnace indoors at 100K that I found. So I'm sitting there looking at, really? Come on, a 3/4 feed for this whole thing? She told me that it used to be LP, and I said, well, for LP it might have worked. I said, naturally, your demand is, we're calling out a serious amount of empty pipes here. Net result, I think it would probably work. This gate is really stubborn. I think it would work, but not very well. When you starve fuel to gas appliances, these new appliances are smart enough to shut themselves off and say, I'm sorry, I don't have enough gas. I can't make her go. And anyway, that's kind of what we're doing, and I'm kind of envisioning the horror show possibility of digging right here and turning this monstrosity into a manifold. Ugh, this is ugly. And setting in a iron pipe riser here, taking off with a new yard line. But look at this. How many bricks are going to have to come up for that to happen? Because right above where that little CPVC elbow is looking out right there, that's pretty close to the water heater. That would need to be over there. So sized properly, it would be a 3/4 feed to that, but we don't have it. So I'm not going to stir up any trouble because I think the boss thought this through. He may have a better plan. And so I don't want to stir up a hornet's nest on a Friday. Plus it's getting late in the day. And I just thought I'd give you, this is what I've been fighting with all week. By Marty. And it's coming up on 2:30 or something like that. And we're going to probably work another hour. And we need to re-brick that on the back and try to get some of this stuff put together. I did a pretty nice concrete patch. I don't know if I showed you that. And maybe I'll go in and you can take a look at my incredible cement masonry. Actually, it just patched a little deal in the floor. And we've been in this same area in this bathroom and then in the what's going to be the laundry, really. We need to drop in a deal for a gas supply on that same common wall with a gas dryer. So that runs the BTU load up to close to 200K for this one drop. And even if I had a dedicated line at 3/4, it wouldn't do the job. That's me, Mike Labor, the Cementero. It's not a perfect patch, but it's better than it needs to be. You guys have a good day. And find yourself some concrete to patch. It's lots of fun. Have a good day.